All right, we appear to be live, and by golly, we're live when it's actually daylight outside. That's a new one for us. So, hey everyone, this is Kevin, the Apptrepreneur. Thank you for joining us for this live stream. For those of you who are watching this in the future and are not watching it live, just the quick little update. This is a live stream event, so therefore it is not like the usual content that you see on this site. You won't see images of any stories. The video can be quite long. We might meander a little bit, and in fact, the whole point of live streams is basically to go with the flow, interact with the audience. So for those of you who want to leave a comment that says, hey, just get to the point, not your video. We make other videos for those who want me to get to the point a little bit faster. This is a live stream. We typically do an hour. However, I will state up front that if you are watching this in the future, you will, the first 15 minutes or so, usually that's the important part. And we are starting already with Dustin in the house and Swiss Cheezo 7. So hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Yeah, Dustin, usually you're the one live streaming at this point, but I think I beat it to you at this point. So actually, it's because I have some videos I need to work on later, and I kind of sense that if I start making the videos and I go too late, then I'll have to do like a late live stream. It's like I want to get to bed on time. So this will give me the chance to do the live stream and to make the videos. Now, for anyone who is brand new here, hey, if you like the videos that you see and you want more updates on future videos, click the subscribe button and ring the bell. We upload videos most every day. I don't know if there's going to be a video tomorrow, though, to be honest. It was kind of like a heavy weekend. But hey, let's talk about this main story, and you saw the title, so you know there's going to be a secondary topic later on. But the main story for this video is that there is a new Uber tower in Dallas's Deep Ellum that they are planning. It's going to be a 25-story building / parking garage, and they have obtained $135.5 million in permits. And this is what Uber does with your money, by the way. So, according to this article from Dallas News, developers have filled building permits for the downtown Dallas area high-rise that will be home to thousands of Uber employees. The 25-story office tower is planned for the eastern edge of downtown in the Deep Ellum district. It's a project of Westdale Properties and Developers KDC. And the AC just went on, so there you go. The 470,000 square foot building office, the largest such project in the works, for the downtown area, was valued at $135.5 million in building permits. The offices and parking garage tower will total over 1.1 million square feet. The building was designed by architect Perkins and Will. Uber plans to eventually house 3,000 workers in the tower and an existing 16-story, 280,000 square foot office building at 2500 Pacific Avenue. Both buildings are part of the 8-acre Epic development, which includes apartments and retail space. Construction is underway. Uber's planned Deep Ellum High Rise would be the largest new employer in the downtown area since AT&T moved its headquarters to Dallas in 2008. The company is getting almost $36 million in economic incentives for the deals. How can the drivers, get in on that too? Uber's tower, which would open in 2022, is the largest of 3 office high-rises in the works for the downtown and upper and uptown areas. So, yeah, let's see if Uber's still around in 2022. But, yeah, this is kind of an interesting... there's a lot of interesting things that Uber does, because I kind of wonder what the point of this building is. Seriously. Let's have a think about this. Uber has buildings, particularly in San Francisco, and they're kind of in this period right now where they want to scale back. Like, they want to spend less money, they want to show that they've got the cost under control, and yet their response is to spend hundreds of millions of dollars on a new building. I'm wondering, granted, I've been speculating this. I speculated this for Chicago. Turned out the building there was for Uber Freight, but I'm wondering if this is going to be Uber's new headquarters building in general. Because if Uber needs to save a lot of money, I could easily see getting out of San Francisco being a very good way to save a few bucks. It really would be a great way to just get out of the city, save, I don't know how much money they save a lot. But you need to go somewhere where there's like an economy and there's stuff to do. Dallas, Texas does have things to do. Some people might not like the politics of Texas, but you got to do what you got to do. I'm not 100% happy with the politics of California sometimes, but you know, having your headquarters in Dallas would definitely be a lot cheaper, I think, for Uber. And Uber is a company in dire need of saving more and more money. Michael Blum says the board of directors should be ashamed of themselves to approve a capital expense. They prove shareholder does not matter. Well, yeah, this also doesn't seem like a wise thing to be building in the middle of a time where shareholders have lost a lot of money on your stock. They look like they continue to make money. In fact, the stock got as low as, I believe it was $28. Let's look let's look it up real quick. Well, it's back up to $30.13, but it got to a low of $28.94. And keep in mind, the thing launched at $42 or something like that. So it doesn't strike me as something that you would like, hey, your stock's not doing well, your shareholders need some value to show up. Maybe building a building might not be a great thing. That might be why Luke Lango of Investor Place wrote this article. I really wish you could see the article right now during these live streams. If only there was a way to upgrade the live stream in the future so that you can see the articles I'm reading and you can see me and you can see the chat room below. It seems like something I should be actively working towards, don't you think? I guess we'll see what the future holds. But anyway, Luke wrote an article, and it was called Uber stock is justifiably undervalued. Uber stock is cheap for a reason. And he went on to write, the May 2019 IPO of Uber, the most anticipated and biggest IPO in recent memory, was a complete flop. Investors raised concerns about the company's valuation, lack of profitability, and slowing growth. Uber's IPO price was $45. Uber's stock failed to close above the IPO price in its first day of trading. That's quite rare. Indeed, Uber's stock price has spent very little time north of $45. Instead, Uber's stock has gone in the opposite direction. Today, the shares trade hands below $30, more than 30% of their IPO price. At current levels, Uber stock is undervalued. Ride sharing is the future of transportation. I can't believe I fudged on that. That's crazy. And Uber is the leader of the ride sharing market. Its top line growth rates will remain robust for many years to come. Its margins will improve as it grows since it's making a gross profit on each ride. As a result, Uber will eventually be very profitable one day. I kind of disagree on that one, but Uber stock is not priced for this reality today. Thus, Uber stock is fundamentally undervalued relative to its long-term profit growth outlook. But Uber stock may remain undervalued for a foreseeable future because the company is facing multiple risks. Until those risks pass, making its long-term profit growth outlook clearer, Uber stock will likely remain depressed. So, here's the thing. This guy ultimately believes that Uber will soar. I suspect he has shares in Uber because the only people who kind of go in that direction are those who have a vested interest in the company succeeding. And here's why Uber is undervalued, he says. The ride-sharing market will grow by leaps and bounds over the next several years. Uber is the unchallenged leader of the global ride-sharing market. The gross margins per ride for Uber are favorable. Well, here's the thing, and we'll get to all these in a minute, but growth will lead to higher margins and huge profits. So let's take a look at all of these pros on why Uber's undervalued and what my thoughts on it are, of course. The ride-sharing market will grow by leaps and bounds over the next several years. Maybe, but maybe not. I mean, here's the thing. When you have a product that's a verb and virtually everybody uses it, you sometimes wonder, how much more can you honestly grow at this point? How much more can you grow? It's a fair question. Now, it could continue to grow if they do convince people to get rid of their cars and to just use rideshare full time, but we don't know if we're starting to show that we might have reached the tip because bookings are down. And I believe they've been down the last couple earnings reports. So, yeah, there's a lot of potential that they can grow, But are they actually going to grow? That I'm kind of thinking they'll grow slowly. Two, Uber is the unchallenged leader of the global ride sharing market. That's actually not true at all. Lyft has been doing a very good job at challenging them. And you do have small things like Trip is kind of still out there, to my knowledge. Via is still out there. Maybe Juno. I don't know. But yeah, Uber is not unchallenged by any means. Number three, the gross margins per ride for Uber are favorable. But they're favorable now because they're still screwing you, the driver. You know, that's just what they're doing. They are still taking more from you than they should. Now, AB5, I mean, there's a lot of uncertainty with AB5. I acknowledge that. But AB5 would at least close the gap a little bit. So once AB5 kicks into gear, who knows if the gross margins per ride are going to be favorable. So, and finally, growth will lead to higher margins and huge profits. Uh, that's Here's the thing. This guy writes, sure, that $1.90 per ride on 5.2 billion rides in 2018 wasn't enough to cover all the company's expenses, but those other expenses are relatively fixed. As a result, if the company provides 10 billion or 20 billion rides, that $1.90 per ride should enable Uber to report a profit. I like how he said should. On 30 billion or 40 billion rides, Uber should report a sizable profit, greatly lifting Uber's stock price. Except here's the thing, they're losing money on every ride. Just having more rides means you just lose more money. It's a product in which you lose more money the more people use it. So I don't think so. Now here's where he continues writing. Although Uber stock is undervalued today, it may remain undervalued for the foreseeable future. Uber can eventually produce huge profits through enormous usage growth, sustain strong per ride profitability, and resulting margin increases. But the scenario may not unfold due to multiple risks faced by Uber. Considering this uncertainty, the valuation of Uber stock today is appropriate and won't go away until these risks clear up. The first risk is that usage growth could fall flat, which we've kind of started seeing signs that it might be happening. That is, Uber has a ton of competition, and that competition is gaining share. If Uber continues to fumble on its marketing and PR campaigns, competitors could continue to gain ground. And if they do, Uber's usage growth rates could slow meaningfully. The second risk is that the per ride gross profitability could deteriorate below its historical 20%. That profitability has fallen to roughly 17% this year because, in response to the aforementioned competition, Uber has had to offer deeper discounts and provide its drivers with higher incentives. If this dynamic persists, Uber's ride per gross profit could keep dropping. The third risk is that growth may not drive margin improvements. If Uber's net revenue per ride drops over time, then Uber will need more rides to produce enough revenue to offset the company's expenses, but it may not get enough rides to accomplish the goal. Right now, these three risks dominate the outlook of Uber stock. As long as they do, Uber stock will remain depressed. And that brings up the question again, why are they spending money on a new building? I mean, unless they want to move out of San Francisco and use building the new building as a way to cut another expense, it doesn't necessarily make a lot of sense. So, I don't know. Let's just do like a quick thing. Press 111 if you think Uber is totally justified in building this new building. Write 222 if you think that is not the case. And by the way, while you're at it, if you would like to give this live stream a thumbs up, let's go ahead and do it. Let me check some of the comments right now. Let's see here. Let me go back up a little bit. Neff says, how is this possible when they don't have money? They need to raise the rates to cover expenses, or did I miss something? No, you didn't miss anything. They're still playing loosey-goosey with the rates and everything, and they need to do something about that. Swiss Cheese Roast, split cam, mini cams. I'm working on some behind the scenes upgrades. James Campbell, who, by the way, everyone, James Campbell just opened a new YouTube channel. Let's give him a hand. I mean, I haven't watched your first video yet, just to be perfectly honest, but it takes a lot. Here's the thing about YouTube channels. Starting them is easy, but not a lot of people take that first step, and not many people take the risk. So, hey, as long as you take a chance, you never know what's going to happen with YouTube. So, Swiss Cheezo says, Uber gets kicked so many times they're still standing and fighting, then throwing the towel. I think they may merge with someone in the transit world, something brewing in that statement? Well, they'll at least be bought out, I think. I think Uber's positioning themselves for a sale more than anything. Alan says he didn't have shares. He won't say that or believe. Well, we don't know. Let's see here. Okay, actually, here it is. As of this writing, Luke Lango did not hold a position in any of the aforementioned securities. But here's the thing. Keep in mind, some of these analyst writers, here's something that they do. It's totally frowned upon, but it's not technically illegal. You do have to be upfront about when you are or are not investing in a stock so that people know where you are and there's transparency. They do not have to tell you whether or not they intend to invest or not. So what a lot of these writers will do is they will write either a fluff piece for a company that they plan to invest in or a hit piece in a company they plan to short. And they will try to get the tide turning. Like, here's the thing. I don't know how much Investor Place has, like, sway over the general stock buying public, but, like, when someone from like Seek Alpha is writing something, their stuff usually gets read, and a negative or positive article could convince people to make the leap on something. Like, for example, I don't normally do this, by the way. This is not the wisest thing to do. But I was reading, like, Seek Alpha did like an article, and he explained why the Barnes and Noble Education Company, which is separate from Barnes and Noble bookstores, by the way. They had an education department. They spun it off into their own thing. He said that at the price they were undervalued and had a lot of potential for growth. Now, I read the article, sounded logical. I knew he was definitely being nice about it, and I looked at the stock. It was like $2.95 a share, so I bought some shares because it's really cheap and I could get a lot of them. It has since grown to like over $3 a share. Now, that's not making a lot of money, but it's making something. So, you know, this guy might have been writing an article because, maybe he just wanted to buy a bunch of stocks and then sell them when they got high. Who knows? It's actually fairly common, but so this guy writing it, I kind of read this as someone he might not be invested in Uber, but it seems like he is getting ready to invest in Uber. Let's continue. Jersey Shore finally got the new surge pricing, and it's definitely different. Can you explain again how that works? I know it's not off. I think we all know at this point how the new surge works. Instead of a multiplier, you get a set dollar amount. So instead of saying, like, you're going to get 2 times the fare, you get an additional $2 or $3, something like that. That's how it is. It's pretty much. But of course, Uber still charges the multiplier, so you're getting screwed on that. Michael says, more challenges as cities attempt to regulate rideshare. George says, hi, Kevin. Where's Katie? Katie is over there sleeping. You can't see her right now, but she's sleeping. But she can sleep through a lot of stuff. So, I mean, if she indicates that this is bothering her, we'll cut the live stream short, of course. But, I mean, she's been sleeping for a good 35 minutes and doesn't seem to notice that we're doing anything really. So, let's see here. Swiss Chizo said, if Uber had better background checks with fingerprints and better checks would convince people to take more rides and getting hurt. On the other hand, I agree. So let's see here. So we have Swissaru says, this is a bad investment. Michael says bad. Low Roll Scratcher says bad. Milo Hemlock bad. Bill Heilman says bad. Vinny says good. Really? I think this was a good investment for Uber. That's interesting. Let's see here. Low Roller Scratcher. Is your area affect? No, it does not. Low Roller Scratcher, the last time we did a live stream, you were told that I'm not affected by that. So, let's see. If he says, owning the building helps build assets and something that will appreciate in value. Think of it this way. They actually own some. Fair point. Fair point. I will give you that. James Clark says, hey everyone, how you doing? Doing good. So St. Arbor says, Uber will never be profitable unless that useless CEO by name Dara or whoever comes on board, change everything from scratch, where another discussed Kalanick set up the rules. Well, here's the thing. Dara could turn Uber around, and he has turned companies around before. He turned Expedia around when it was like struggling, and he managed to make it profitable. So Dara could do it. It's just the nature of the business. It's hard to change the ship. People are used to a certain price. And probably most importantly, the drivers seem perfectly willing to just take the abuse. So things are working right now for the most part. But as the stock continues to fall, I would not be surprised if major changes at Uber were coming. Rideshare source driver says, "Are there going to be Uber apartments?" Huh. I never thought about it, but that wouldn't be like a terrible idea for Uber to get into. I don't know. Hey, Gig Accountant, he's here. So guys, the Gig Accountant. I know he's not super popular on YouTube, but he's got a pretty good channel. I definitely recommend you give him a shout out. I'm opening up my other YouTube channel. Like, I want to share some of the videos he makes so you can get an idea of what kind of videos he makes. Oops. I wrote Gig Account. So here's the Gig Accountant. He's only got 84 subscribers. That seems a little low. He should have a little bit more than that. So like one of his videos is like the difference between financial accounting and managerial accounting. Grubhub is stealing pay. I wouldn't be surprised. How hard is the CPA exam? And he mainly does Grubhub, by the way. However, he's called the Gig Accountant because he does like a lot of videos, not only about Grubhub, but he talks about the accounting aspect of being a gig economy worker. And I think that's important because a lot of people really don't look at the accounting aspect of the gig economy. And by the way, the accounting aspect is why I don't do this anymore. Because some people, and you know who they are, some of you might even be in the chat right now, they hold up their like, look at how much money I'm making. You see that? See, I'm making it work. You're just too lazy to make it work. It's like, well, no, that's great that you have on paper this much money. But you know what I'm not seeing on that pay stub? I'm not seeing how much gas you spend. I'm not seeing the wear and tear. I'm not seeing the hours you put into it. I'm not seeing the basic little supplies that you're getting to do the gig economy. So the Gig Accountant videos have been will help you with setting up things like that. You need to be keeping track of your expenses. You need to be thinking about the depreciation of the vehicle. If you just look at what you're taking in, even if it's $2,000 a week, you are ultimately going to be in a losing game because it's a classic situation of you don't know where the money's going. So anyway, if you want more information about that, check out the Gig Accountant. I'm sure you can click his link right there. And yeah, he does a lot of Grubhub stuff too. So if you're any Grubhub drivers in here, might be another good channel to watch. So St. Arbor says, unless company drop that prevailing craving feeling of corporate greed, nothing will change their profitability. I agree. Nelda says, where is the building going to be built? In Dallas. Low Roller Scratch, you heard Walking Dead movie coming soon? I don't watch The Walking Dead, to be perfectly honest. I went to see the Breaking Bad movie in theaters, did like a quick little live stream, getting a bunch of comments like, why are you talking about Breaking Bad? What's that got to do with rideshare? It's like, nothing. I just wanted to talk about it. It was an awesome movie. You can stream it now on Netflix. Let's see here. Oh, no problem, Neff. Hey, Jordan, how you doing? And Ryan's Treasure. I always love to see those guys here. Let's see here. Hi, Kevin. Do you have any thoughts on the Simpsons season 1 to 20 DVD box set coming into December? I've got a few thoughts. The first thought I have is it's nice that there's another DVD release. It's also kind of cool that it's limited edition. I'm disappointed that there's not a Blu-ray box set. I understand why. I am curious if the Michael Jackson episode will be in there because it looks like they're just going to put the old discs in the new set. But yeah, I mean, this is something that happens quite a bit. So many seasons are released and then they release a box set. What's interesting about The Simpsons and what kind of shows the growing power of The Simpsons and its popularity is that it's going to cost like $500, something like that. And it's like, that's pretty unusual that they can still charge a premium for that show because you go to, I went to Target today. We were at Target returning some wedding gifts because we actually got like a lot of crock pots, so we just had to return them. And we had to return a Canon printer, which stopped working after a week, and we're going to get a better one. And I saw the complete series of Friends, all 10 seasons, $55 on DVD. So the fact that Simpsons can do 20 seasons and still charge like half a grand essentially to own them, hey, that's pretty impressive. Well, how much is it? Let me make sure. I hate going to Amazon, but I know it's an Amazon exclusive. So the Simpsons first 20 seasons box set. And where is it? Oh, here it is. I'm not seeing the yeah, $500. So already two bad negative customer reviews though. So one basically complained about the price. Like one guy's review, it's funny. He said like, "Come on," he's like, $500 for DVDs of re-release seasons that most true fans already own, and was Disney Plus coming this box set does not seem feasible. Not only that, but they were all brought together by scalpers who honestly think they can get 800 plus. People barely want this one for 500. Well, if they sold out, I don't know. So anyway, basically he's complaining about the price. So there you go. But yeah, I'm probably not going to buy that one though. I mean, I do own all the seasons, so there's just no point. Kevin, what do you know about Skipcart? Let me look at this. I don't know if I've heard of Skipcart, to be honest. Delivery locally, globally. Skipstart works where. Okay, so it's a delivery platform. Okay, so apparently, what is Skipcart? It is an on-demand platform providing last-mile delivery for all retailers and restaurants, currently offering a curbside or pickup solution, but lacking same-day delivery. No matter the size of your market, our faithful drivers will deliver your quality goods all the way to your customer store. Customers save time, and you become the hero. It's that simple. So yeah, it's basically a delivery service. That's what it is. So that's I like how they have like an automatic on the help box, like, hey, do you want to come sign up? It's like, yeah, sure, if you want to. So we got 53 people here. Hey, if anyone wants to help out the video, give it a thumbs up. So definitely comes in handy. Jordan says, you see this, Kevin? See what? Okay, let me go to wait, see this. Do I have someone thumbs down bombing me again? Because that happens once in a while, but I don't have the video pulled up, so let me pull up our video. No, there's just 2 dislikes, so I guess I don't know what you're talking about just yet, Jordan. Thanks for all the thumbs up. Oh, the Breaking Bad movie. Yeah, I saw the Breaking Bad movie in theaters. So, yep. Hey, Savage Scientist, how you doing? I haven't seen you here in a little while. He says, I watch Portlanda, Breaking Bad, and now Better Call Saul. I like Better Call Saul, too. $500? That's like 80 rides. Yep. Welcome. Oh, it might be 550. Okay, well, yeah, the Breaking Bad movie is on Netflix, so I mean, and most places won't have it in theaters anyway, so there you go. Portlandia is one of my favorite shows, along with Nathan For You. I've never heard of Portlandia. What is Portlandia? TV series. Here it is. So, Portlandia is a sketch comedy television series set and filmed in or around Portland, Oregon, starring Fred Armisen and Carrie Brownstein. The show was produced by Broadway Video Television and IFC Original Productions. It debuted on IFC on January 21st, 2011. The series was renewed for an 8th and final season, which concluded on March 22nd, 2018. So, 77 episodes, 8 seasons. It's completed. It won a Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Costume in a Variety Music Program or Special. It was also nominated for Best Directing and Writing in a Variety Series. So, okay. So, yeah. Maybe I'll check it out. Who knows? Let's see here. All right. It's a joke about Dustin. The video the driver sent him, and he was like, "You see this, Dustin? Write to the passengers." Oh, I must not have. I haven't watched Dustin's channel in a few days. I've been very busy. Let's see here. Is he still killing me in the views and the in the subscription. Yeah, he still is. Oh, that's not surprising. So, what's some of his videos recently? He was in here earlier, by the way. Uber, how far would you drive to make money? Uh, well, maybe if I knew it was a long trip, I'd probably go as far as 10 minutes. But um, Uber riders who make false reports to scam drivers. Uber the wrong passenger scam. Should you tip your Uber and Lyft drivers? Oh, come on, Dustin. We all know to tip the drivers at this point, but granted, it needs to be reminded, I think. Will you be getting the Simpsons season 19 DVD set individually, even if you probably aren't? Oh, of course I'm going to get this season individually, but yeah, I'm not going to get the box set. So I was like, LOL, everyone is killing me in the views and subs. Well, that's not everything, but well, just keep at it. Just keep making your videos. Eventually, usually something will happen at some point. I mean, my views are right now down, so, but it's also September. Well, I guess it started October. September, mid-October tends to be pretty slow for me typically, so it's just part of the deal. In fact, now that I say that, I'm kind of curious about something. Hold on one second. I don't know if I can actually share this with you guys. I'm just curious about something. Hold on. So, oh, that's oh, okay, that's interesting. So I made more money than I thought I would. That's kind of nice. So, Journey was Jordan said he's clickbaiting. Well, to a certain extent, clickbaiting is part of the game to a certain extent. So long as the videos are good and the information is good, that's what matters. So, and as long as you're not doing the same topic every single day or every other day, like why on earth would you make... No, I'm not even going to get into it. I think you all know where I was going to go with it, but I'm just going to let it be. I'm trying to play nice with people. So, trying to remain drama-free as much as I can. You got $250 in tips. Congratulations, Savage Scientist. That is awesome. I think the highest tip I got was $300, and that was a rarity. So, look, why the Simpsons complete set cost $500? Because that's what the studio determined it was worth. That's why. And it's got 20 seasons, so I'm sure that has something to do with it. I'm sure that's got something to do with it. So, anyway, what else can we talk about? Oh, yeah. So, anyway, I just need to make this known. I know some of you see it in the title. I just want to say it right now. I totally support the Blizzard boycott. I can't technically join a Blizzard boycott because I don't play Blizzard games. And for those of you who are not sure this is going on, I actually made a video about it and then didn't upload it because the time to edit it, by the time I was midway through editing it, the story had gotten beyond what I had recorded, so I was kind of like, okay, I guess I'll just skip that video. But yeah, I'm sure you've all heard about the situation with the Blizzard player, Blitzchung, who made that free Hong Kong statement on a live stream, and Blizzard cut the stream. They suspended him for a year, decided to keep his $10,000 earning, fired the two newscasters who were doing the interview, even though the newscasters didn't ask him about politics and clearly didn't want anything to do with it. And then they went on China and they started ranting about how they would always protect the pride of China and all that jazz. And I was like, situation disgusted me enough where I was like, no, I do not like it when companies do that. I believe in free speech. That is my number one thing. I am happy to be in America where you have free speech, and I couldn't believe that they were letting that happen. And then the same day, the NBA did some things where they, the manager of the Houston Rockets, I think, made a tweet about free Hong Kong, and the NBA completely threw him under the bus. And so I'm getting a little concerned about what's going on right now. I know it's an interesting situation because for a long time we really did want... I kind of felt like China was too much of a one-way street. When we opened up China, we benefited if we started selling them things, and for years they were selling us stuff and taking away our labor. And now we're in a position where it's like, okay, now we're selling things to the Chinese, but the Chinese are trying to impose their values on us, and I don't like it. So I was not happy at all what happened with the Hearthstone event. I am not happy with Blizzard. I would boycott them if I could, but I don't buy their stuff anyway, so it's not going to make a difference. So I just wanted to like put it in the title. I totally support the Blizzard boycott. The only Blizzard product I have is I have Warcraft on Blu-ray 3D, which I bought 4 months ago for $5 at Big Lots. It was just another 3D movie to add to my collection. So I don't know. Anyone here play any Blizzard games? What do you think about all this? So hey. Hey, Uberman Tampa, I guess you came in at the exact right time because this topic definitely seems like right up your alley. RC Addict said, "How could you not have played any Blizzard games, Kevin? What kind of gamer are you?" Oh no, I didn't say I never played them. I have played them. I just don't actively play them. I played a little bit of WoW Classic back before it was even known as WoW Classic, and it's like, look, here's the thing. I've got a few hundred games. I play a lot of games. I'm not as big a fan as the multiplayer game. I like to play a game, beat it, and move on to the next one. I like to play different kinds of games. So what Blizzard makes does not typically appeal to me because I don't get into the whole investing hours upon hours of your life into one character, one world. I mean, my favorite RPG series is Final Fantasy because I like how it comes to an end. Now, I've tried having Final Fantasy 14. And I've considered, by the way, doing like Phantasy Star Online Volume 2 and Final Fantasy 14 and maybe playing with you folks out there, like Patreon members and stuff like that. But it hasn't come to fruition yet. And I don't know if it ever will at this point. So who knows? But yeah, I don't play Blizzard games. Let's see here. Michael says, "I'm all about making money. Huge market, huge opportunity. Tesla, NBA there for a reason." Yeah. No, I agree with making money. I just have issues when the Communist Party of China says, "Oh, you're going to like violate an American freedom or else you're not going to have access to that money." That's where the rubber meets the road sometimes. Or it's like, so what do you want more? Do you want freedom or do you want money? Now, I know in most companies' cases, it's money, but there was this, by the way, great political cartoon about this whole situation. And it showed the leader of China walking. And it showed Disney, Apple, Blizzard, Tesla. It showed all these companies' logos on like little heads and then on the bodies, and the bodies are like bowing. And behind the leader of China, you have the NBA logo nailed to a cross, and you have the South Park characters like flipping off the Chinese leader, whatever his position is. I keep forgetting. And it's like, yeah, that pretty much explains a lot of what's going on. So. No, you don't play games, Uberman Tampa, but you do find government conspiracies fairly interesting. So there you go. Let's see here. Savage Giant says, "Drove hard on Uber yesterday. I spent my rent money repairing my car." Ooh, that's rough. We've all done it, but it's a rough situation to be in. I have a problem with that statement. I didn't join the army for that crap. So are you talking about like the statement of them telling what I don't know what statement you're talking about. Sorry. I heard the NBA fans got kicked out. Free Hong Kong. Oh, of course they did. Why wouldn't they? It's. Oh, I'm glad you could make it up, Savage Scientist. That's really good that you could make that up. So, yeah, sorry that everyone's a little behind on the. I want to get a house built out of shipping containers. Yeah, that would be an interesting house. That would be. Not gonna lie. I'm sorry, guys. No one's giving me a super chat. The China statement you said. Yeah. No, I'm pretty upset with what Blizzard and the NBA is doing right now. Is joining Uber free? I heard it was a scam. Uber's. How do I answer that? Uber is. I think it's fairly scammy, to be perfectly frank. I mean, yes, you can drive, you can make money, and You can, well, it's not exactly a water. It's an antioxidant infusion. I'm just trying. I'm trying to drink less and less soda. That's always concerned about that. I mean, Uber is still great if you can get like a sign up bonus, which a lot of places have discontinued the sign up bonus. But if you get a sign up bonus, then yeah, drive for like a month, get your bonus, and then move on because you're ultimately going to find that you're doing more work and making less money. That's just how Uber works sometimes. So yeah, it's that. See, it's free to sign up, but they'll rob you. I I like that. So let's see here. Sorry, folks. Let's doing something here real quick. Sorry. So I have not done this in a very very long time. But for the person who is in the chat who has not signed up, look, I really don't recommend you sign up for Uber. I think you're doing yourself a disservice if you do that. But if you really are curious of doing it, there's a referral code. Maybe you'll get a bonus. If you're not going to get a bonus, then especially don't do it. But there you go. I'm thinking, I think for the most part, you just steer clear of it. That's what I've been telling you. Are you going to drive Uber in Halloween this year? No, I'm going to be on my honeymoon. Um, so yeah, no, I'm going to be on my honeymoon that week. So, and I've pretty much officially stopped driving Uber. I should actually I should make a video like why I quit driving for Uber because everyone's made one and I'm the only one who hasn't. And it's like I once the new surge hit my area, that was official. And like, well, I guess I'm never doing this again. Just never doing it again. And so, but I never made like a video because it's like I felt like that'd probably be a little clickbaity because you haven't driven in a long time. But screw it. Why not? Maybe I'll just do like a quick one, and people will be like, "You should drive in Uber in New Year's Eve." I can't drive in New York. I just can't. So, and honestly, I don't think it'd be a whole lot better in New York. I hear pretty crummy things about their rates too. Savage Scientist said, "Right now I only drive Uber Select." I hear that a lot. Uberman Tampa, I'm not driving. Yeah, most people aren't. I mean, why would you? It's not good pay. It just isn't good pay. So, oh, New Year's Eve, not New York. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm not gonna drive New Year's Eve either. I was actually for a while, for like a year, I was only like a New Year's Eve driver. Like I just drove on New Year's Eve because hey, the money was good. But now that we've got the flat surge, no, no, I'm not gonna do that. I don't need to do. I don't need to miss a New Year's Eve to make less money than the previous year. So Uber Select with Surge is closer to Multiplier. You still drive Lyft? No, I don't drive Lyft. I don't drive either of them. Lyft is especially bad. They're not paying anything. They're not paying anything at all. So, you know, yeah. And Lyft is the devil. Lyft has burned more drivers than anyone. Hey, Retro Cuddy, how you doing? So, yeah, no one's really happy with Lyft. Uberman Tampa said, last New Year's Eve, I made $140. I ain't doing that. Well, that is a far cry from the $1,000 you could easily knock out if you did it properly, which I did. I made a lot of money on New Year's Eve in the past. A lot of money, but it's not worth it anymore. You can't make that kind of money again. I mean, not on New Year's Eve anyway. I mean, I don't know. Because you see, now I know someone from Chicago is going to like show like their earnings. Like, see, you can still make $1,000. I think Chicago's just a special market because I've noticed everyone who makes a lot of money typically drive in Chicago. So, you know, what gig economy you do since you don't... I really don't do any of it. Well, I take that back. I do Postmates sometimes. I do Postmates for the guarantees and usually because we want to see like a Broadway show. And me and Katie can do it together, so that's why I do it. So, but otherwise I don't really do much anymore. I've pretty much moved on to writing and YouTube and all that jazz. So the year before, I made $160 doing Uber Eats only. Yeah, that's not bad at all. So I work Hello Tech, and I have made $400 in one day. I learned the system. Oh, well, oh, what's Hello Tech? Let's see here. Um, Technology at your door. Let's see here. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Oh, what's the name? Retro Cootie. I will take a drink in your honor. Thank you. First super chat of the night. Always tastes good. Thank you so much. Tech support to your. Oh, that's not a bad idea. You can. Is this like. This is like tech support for the gig economy. That. Right? That. I think that's what it is. Yeah, that's kind of neat. I really like that. So. Oh, hey, Alex. How you doing? Yeah, always nice to see you here, Alex. I know I started a little earlier today, but that's the way it is. Michael says Uber should allow branding on new building. I think Trojan would be great. Trojan logo right on top of. Yeah. Okay. Yep. There you go. I have one video on Hello Tech on my channel. Oh, neat. So, anyway, we're going to avoid the political messages. That's for certain. So, I found chat with YouTube. I think I may have the channel issue fixed. Oh, neat. That's good. Alex says, I'll be in your neck of the woods tomorrow. Oh, really? Really? Where are you going to be? So, thank you for the super chat, Savage Scientist. I'm gonna drink to your name. Now this is interesting because I see like 425, 420, and a 413. Are you guys just putting random numbers in, or are you putting $5 in and YouTube is taking their cut? Right? That's interesting. That's very interesting. I've never seen it that different before. So, oh, thank you for yes, thank you. I'm definitely been very happy. It still feels weird, this thing. Oh, those are your Uber fares. I like using random odd numbers. Oh, okay, that's I see. Well, hey, it works. At least I think Compton. Compton, it's close-ish. It's close-ish. It's like 30, 40 minutes away. Honestly, that's where that. So yeah, it's about 30 minutes away from where I will be tomorrow. So, oh, 420. I get it. I get it. Now I get it. Okay. So that makes a lot. That makes a lot of sense. So, but yeah. So what are you going to be doing in Compton tomorrow? Like that. I mean, no offense. That's kind of a random place to go. Compton is pretty dangerous, unfortunately. So visiting friends or family. Oh, by the way, if anyone hasn't given a thumbs up, feel free to do so now. We're going to be ending the live stream soon, and then I got to make a couple videos real quick. But let's see, Trojan branding on the new HQ. That was really good, by the way. So, Uber acquires. Let's see here. Compton is so ghetto, so is Modesto. Yeah, but Compton is way more ghetto than Modesto. Like, way more ghetto than Modesto. Not that... Although Modesto... it's like... it's funny. Sorry, I had to reply to something real quick. So, Stockton 2, delivering... Oh, you're... Oh, okay. So, I take it you're a trucker then. So, I always love comments like this on my live stream. It's like, you ramble too much. Try to get to the topic. And I responded, live stream, not supposed to be short. And she said, well, if you want people to listen, get to the point. And I said, again, live stream, getting to the point is not the point. Ha! At that point, I'm just having fun with them. Let's see here. Compton is a small version of Baton Rouge. Yep, Stockton. Don't forget, Oakland is pretty ghetto. Oakland is pretty ghetto. San Jose. I haven't really been to San Jose in a long time. You have a bulletproof vest ready. That's awesome. Hi Jay. You kind of missed most of the live stream. I hate to say, but we'll be done soon, and then you can can you join subscription YouTubers button? I have to get a few more well, more than a few. I need to get more subscribers before I could do the join button. But hey, if you know people who might want to subscribe to the channel, share the videos and stuff, and maybe they'll subscribe. So, but yeah, I need more subscribers before I can have like a join button. That's for sure. So I think it's let's see here. Yeah, 100K for the join. So let's see here. I've got 16,000. So maybe by next December, maybe by next December we'll get there. Yeah. So, yeah, who am I kidding? No, I'll have more subscribers by next December, but not 100,000. So, anyway, let's see here. We've got about 10 minutes left, folks. What are some things we need to discuss? Linwood, Washington. I haven't been to Linwood, Washington. Go Donnie Com. Go Donnie Com is there, yeah. Yeah, I've never been to Linwood, Washington. What can I say, guys? I don't know what to say on that one. So, I'm usually locked out of Lyft now with the NYC utilization rate thing. Yeah, Lyft's. Yeah, I've been hearing that. So there you go. Oh, Perry's out and about, looking for a Cheerio. So, oh, I'm sorry, honey. Did I wake you?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good. So, Uber locked me out once this past week. Oh. The live notices are not working. I'm jumping around doing everybody's alive. Come on, man. I've always been meaning to ask, what does come on, man actually mean? You say it after every single thing, and I don't know if it actually if it's like an inside joke, if it's a signature. I mean, just, because even when you're agreeing with me, it's like, come on, man. It's like, all right. I don't know. I don't get it. But, anyway, did you all move into your own place? No, we're sticking here for a while because we want to buy a house, and it's a little cramped to be sure, but everyone's getting along fine, and we can save a lot of money doing this. So with the current situation we have, we can definitely save between $1,200 to $2,000 a month for the house. So if we're willing to put up with this for 2 or 3 years, then we can get a house, and then we will have our own place. And at that point, we'll also decide whether or not we want to stay in Southern California or if we want to go somewhere else. Because I'm kind of, so that's where we're at right now. Let's see here. North Hollywood. Get on my team. Go Donnie Com. Oh, okay. You moving out of state soon? Not in the near future. Yeah. Okay. I'm 80s nostalgist guy. I'm sorry. We're gonna put you in a timeout. That was that was a little inappropriate. I'm sorry. Actually, no, I'm not sorry. I won't apologize. Try not to say that. That's not factually correct at all. So, anyway. Let's see here. If you do move, make sure they have a good selection of. Yeah, that will be imperative. That I have good movie theaters nearby, because I love going to the movies. I really do. I mean, if we move someplace where the theaters weren't good, I guess I would use Netflix and the streaming services more. But I really would like to. I'd like to have my IMAX 3D. I'd like to have the 4DX. I just love that stuff. I actually just saw, like, me and Katie just saw Gemini Man in IMAX 3D plus, the 120 frames per second. It was like, it was an interesting experience, I will say. So it's I don't know if I feel like that's the future, but it was different, that's for certain. Not a great movie, by the way. In fact, I'm curious, how did that movie do at the box office? Um, okay, so Joker repeats number one, and Joker delivered on a large scale, bringing in a. Okay, so Joker got $55 million this weekend. It dipped 43%. That's good. In second place was the Addams Family, 30.29 million, and Gemini Man managed just 20.5 million. That's bad. They're going to lose money on that. Um, no, that's fine. That's fine, Alex. I can look at this stuff too. You watching Joker soon? It flopped. No, Joker was like a huge success. Um, are you a retro gamer or into retro nostalgia? I am. Yep, I am. So, in fact, I mean, shoot, I've got some retro games right here. So, yep, I'm a retro gamer, all right. I've also got this. What's this? Mario Paint. So, actually, kind of like. Well, we've got Mario Maker now, so I guess we don't need Mario Paint anymore. Donnie's from Mississippi, and he's a redneck, and he says, "Come on, man," just like I say, "I ain't doing it." It's a tagline. Okay, I see. Let's see here. How was Breaking Bad? It's my favorite TV show. I say where you watched that, but didn't watch the whole thing because it was very busy. I liked the Breaking Bad movie quite a bit. So I can deal with him if he continues his BS. Oh, okay. Well, go ahead. Um, the Will Smith movie did flop. Yes, Gemini Man did not do very well. Or Gemini Man, whatever the heck it's pronounced. I don't know. Did you hear that Mousekeeper Karen Pendleton sadly passed away last week? Yeah, I did hear that. That was sad, but she lived a good long life though. So there you go. NES was the best system ever made. I'm kind of a fan of the Genesis. In fact, I really should open this. It's funny because we got the PlayStation Classic and the Genesis Mini as wedding gifts. So yeah, that was pretty awesome, I think. But we haven't opened them yet. So, but yeah, we have the NES Classic and the SNES Classic as well. So we like our retro games here. We do. And Katie loves Donkey Kong. Like, she really loves Donkey Kong. So, all right, where are we at? We've got like 3 minutes left. I'm gonna put these. Yeah, why not? That would be a great debate. NES versus Genesis. Yeah, that would be a great debate. I don't know if there'd be much of a winner because it's all subjective. I mean, some people might like Mario. Actually, no. Genesis did not get crushed by the SNES. Genesis crushed the SNES. They did. They sold way more units. I think they sold way more units than the SNES. Now, Sega, that was pretty much Sega's one main. That was the one time that they actually succeeded in anything because the Game Boy crushed the Game Gear, and the 32X flopped. So did the Sega CD. And then the Saturn came out, and the PlayStation and N64 both crushed it. And probably the one that hurts the most, the Dreamcast, was crushed. Like, that was slaughtered by the PlayStation 2, which is sad to think about because at the time that the PlayStation 2 was crushing the Dreamcast, honestly, the PlayStation 2 wasn't that good. There wasn't that many good games on it, but people were looking for the future. Now, PlayStation 2 eventually had a lot of classic games, but it was... I still buy Sony systems, but I always kind of look at Sony like a little bit of ire for doing that to Sega. But did you ever meet Karen? No, I did not. You can do an unboxing video games in your other channel, the Apptrepreneur. Yeah, I could. I do some unboxing stuff on the vlogs channel once in a while. Yeah, Moose, you did miss most of the live stream. Heck, we're actually wrapping it up in like a minute. I have that PlayStation Mini. The game selection is blah. Well, what is the game selection? Let's look. Okay, we have. I don't. These probably aren't all of them. We have Battle Arena Toshiden, Cool Borders 2, Destruction Derby, Final Fantasy 7, my favorite game of all time, Grand Theft Auto, the original, Intelligence Cube, Jump and Flash, Metal Gear Solid, love that one. Mr. Driller, love Mr. Driller. Oddworld Abe's Odyssey, love that. Rayman, love Rayman. Resident Evil Director's Cut, Revelations Persona. I am looking forward to playing that actually. Ridge Racer Type 4, meh. Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, yeah, I like that game. Siphon Filter. Why the problem with games like Siphon Filter in Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six is like they don't have analogs on the controller. Like, how can you play Twisted Metal? Twisted Metal is a classic. I don't want to play it with a D-pad. And Wild Arms, which I actually do want to play Wild Arms. So yeah, it's I don't know. Thankfully, the PlayStation 2s out there are plentiful, and the PlayStation games usually work on them. So there you go. Let's see here. Dreamcast was good for its time, though. Oh, Dreamcast is still fun for its time. Let's see here. Hey, I've got a question about Amazon affiliate. Okay, yeah, I actually know a little bit about that. Dreamcast is still a great play. Game system unboxing is great. It is. If I have a product, you don't buy it, but something else I get paid. Well, the way that the affiliate program works is that as long as you have an affiliate link, anything anyone buys through that link, you get a percentage of. That's it. Which, by the way, if you do sell your own product online and you have an affiliate link, then you get a royalty on your own product you're selling. So, there's neat little tips and hacks that you can do. I join a lot of affiliate programs, but Amazon's not one of them for obvious reasons. I just don't want to give them any more business, but the Dreamcast is first video game you can surf the web and play video games online. Yeah, I know. I remember surfing the web on the Dreamcast and playing Phantasy Star Online. It was pretty neat at the time. They even went old school with the controller. Yep. So Link is yeah, you can yeah, in fact, Uberman Tampa, yeah, you can call me you can call me in a minute if you want after I end this live stream. Then I'll. In fact, yeah, this is pretty much where we'll end the live stream. In fact, because we've hit an hour. I like to try to keep it to an hour. But hey, thanks everyone for joining me, and thanks for spending this time. As always, for those of you who are in the future who are not watching this live, if you have any comments on anything we talked about, feel free to comment below, like, favorite, share. If you enjoy my videos, consider becoming a Patreon member. It's totally optional, of course, but even as little as $1 a month goes a long way, helping the channel run smoothly, and you get access to Patreon exclusive content. Although we're going to be having like a new Discord server, and that's also going to be exclusive to Patreon members. I just have to take the time to set it up, of course. And if you want more content from me, check out my other channels, Kevin T. Rodriguez, the Apptrepreneur Vlogs, and Autograph Hound. And finally, if you want to talk to me or other fellow rideshare drivers out there, check us out at the Apptrepreneur Hangouts on Facebook. As always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.